Hey kids, what's going on? I know I haven't been uploading very frequently lately. I've got a case of the old irregular upload syndrome, also known as the coronavirus. Haha, made a coronavirus joke. Now we can actually get back to the rest of the video. So both people who aren't subscribed to my channel and those who are subscribed to my channel have a very similar question when it comes to it, because I don't explain things very well, and that is, why the hell is your channel named Satire Goat? That's really cringy, bro. You're right. But shut the fuck up. So for those of you who don't know, I did work at a goat farm for around 2.5 years. Right before I turned 16 years old, I was basically forced to get a job, as a lot of teenagers are by their parents. And you know, I did want a job. I wanted to make money. I wanted to become a productive member of society. So I decided to apply for a bunch of different places. None of those places accepted me because I wasn't legally able to work at a lot of places. Then right before I was 16, I got hired at this independent goat farm. It was also a koi fishery. It also had horses, it had chickens, it had turkeys, it had rabbits, and it had a lot of freaking cats, like 20 cats that I had to feed. Most pussy I've ever gotten in my life. That joke wasn't worth it. That really was not worth it. But yeah, it was miserable. It was the most miserable experience of my life because I love animals. I love taking care of animals, but I don't love asshole bosses. Even though I do work a retail job as a salesman now and I deal with a lot of BS in the customer service industry, I would rather do this for 20 years than work at the goat farm for another single year. Because when it comes to the goat farm, all you have are your bosses. No other co-employees, only the bosses and the animals. I love the animals, hated the bosses. This farm was in the middle of Hicktown, in the middle of, cousin fuck county, as I like to call it. And I had to deal with a lot of BS, and I have a lot of really fun stories from working on an independently ran goat farm. And this is probably one of the best stories. I'm going to start this series to help explain some of these stories, to help delineate my character development and character growth as the protagonist of this giant tale that's being woven on Earth, because I truly believe I am the protagonist. The very first story that I'm going to tell is one of the earlier stories. I've only been working at the goat farm for about 2 to 3 months by now, and I've already made plenty of mistakes. This farm is basically run by a married couple, who I'm going to call Barack and Michelle. Yeah, Barack and Michelle. So I like Barack. He's kind of your stereotypical fun, crazy uncle guy. He's really redneck and hicky, but at the same time, he's kind of the cool guy, kind of like, that Norman dude from The Walking Dead, Daryl. He's kind of like Daryl from The Walking Dead. He likes hunting and killing things, and he also likes his animals. He likes shooting bucks, and he likes getting fucked. Basically, they were all gone for a weekend, and they just had me come in on both days of the weekend to feed the animals, to help clean the stalls, and just help out any way I can while they aren't there. And just to set the scene, there's this giant barn in the middle of their farm that they keep the sick and pregnant goats in. You might be seeing where this is coming in. So the first thing I do when I get to the barn, as I'm ordered to, Michelle orders me to go into the barn and check and make sure all the sick goats are still alive and make sure all the pregnant goats are still pregnant and not having babies. You see where this is going now? Now, Michelle is a little bipolar. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying that because she was actually bipolar and took medicine, or rather, didn't take medicine for her bipolar disorder. And so she got very angry at me for very understandable mistakes most of the time. So she left me a list of a lot of things to do. I'm like, wow, I guess I'm gonna have to get all these done over the next 2 days. I hope I sure can do it. Walk into the barn with the list, start looking at the sick goats, turn around, I see one of the goats laying completely prone on its side as such. I'm thinking, holy shit, it's dead. I killed it. How did I do that? And where is my next job gonna be? I go over to the cage and look over, I'm like, hey Betty, are you okay? I don't know if its name is Betty or not, I don't remember, but it definitely did have a name. I think it was Susie, actually. I think that bitch's name was Susie. I say, Susie, are you doing okay, hon? All of a sudden I look over and I see that this bitch is not only laying on her side, she has one of her legs spread in the air, like she's doing a yoga pose. I'm like, what the hell is Susie doing? And then all of a sudden, I see a little baby goat's head stick out of Susie's pooper scooper. Let's keep this video a little bit monetized, please. Oh my god, she's giving birth. Susie isn't sick. Susie was pregnant. I didn't know that. I just thought she was very, very fat. So I get my phone out and I immediately call my boss. I'm like, holy shit, What is going on? Michelle, Susie's giving birth. I thought Susie was sick. What do? And Michelle answers the phone and she's like, JST, why are you calling me right now? I say, I'm sorry to bother you, Miss Michelle. I know you're probably having a really good time doing whatever it is that you do on vacation, but there's a goat giving birth in the bar. And she's like, oh, sweet little Susie's giving birth. Well, all right, just help her give birth. Bitch, pardon? Help her give birth? I say, yes, ma'am. But the thing is, I just turned 16. I'm a guy, and I've never given birth. How do I give birth, please? And she says, I thought I told you how to give birth. I respond, no, ma'am. You have not told me how to assist in giving birth to a baby goat before. And she says, oh, I could have sworn I did. Well, it's pretty common sense. I'm so sick of this chick. I've been working here for a few months, just turned 16. Don't want to be ridiculed for this, but I really don't want to be responsible for the death of a baby goat. So I say, Miss Michelle, I'm really sorry. I just need help this one time, and then I can do it by myself the rest of the time. Just tell me, please, what I need to do. And so she walks me through how to give birth to this baby kid. Literally a kid. That's why I call fans and subscribers kids, because kids are baby goats. The circle of life. So she says that there are blankets in a cabinet in the barn. She says to get them wet with hot water, and then to place it under Susie's buttocks. So I do that, I get that, and I put it under Susie's buttocks, not before disinfecting my hands and putting on gloves, because you gotta be safe. You don't want the kids to get sick. Susie does not seem very happy to have me here. I come in the gaze, and she looks up at me almost as if to say, where the hell's Michelle? I look at her and I say, Michelle's gone. You got me. Trust me. I don't want to be here either. And she says, just please don't kill my babies. And I say, I'm really trying not to. So I put the blanket under it, and then I'm still on the phone with Michelle, and she says, okay, so the kid should be halfway out, right? And I say, his head's out. And she says, all right, you're going to have to reach in, gently grab it, and slowly pull it out of her membrane, vagina. I say, okay, Miss Michelle, and it's really gross, but honestly, it wasn't as gross as I was expecting. I'm able to get my hand in, very gently grasp it, and pull it out while also supporting its head. It slides out pretty well, and I lay it down on the blanket, and I'm thinking, wow, that's life. And also, goats have really stretchy body parts. I lay the poor kid down, and the mom immediately leans its head over and starts licking it, getting all the placenta mess off of it. I'm like, wow, okay, Miss Michelle, I did it. I gave birth to the goat. It's here, it's alive, it's breathing. It's not walking or anything yet, but it's looks like it's alive. And she says, all right, what about the rest? Pardon? Apparently, goats can have between like 2 and 8 children all the time, every time they get pregnant. And I'm just thinking, how many fat ass kids does Susie have in her? And then I look and I'm like, wow, Susie, you're really big. And then all of a sudden, I see 2 little hind legs start coming out of her vajayjay. I think, Susie, oh my God, I can't do this. I tell Michelle, I'm like, Miss Michelle, Miss Obama, the goat is coming out backwards. Its hind legs are out. And she says, oh, that you can't do that. You're gonna have to switch its body around or that goat will die right now. Get your hands in and switch the body around without breaking its neck or its back, and be very gentle and pull it out. But you gotta do it fast. You gotta do it right now, and also gentle, and also don't break anything. And I say, fuck, and I do it. I turn its body around inside of the goat's body. It's literally like solving a Rubik's Cube inside of a goat's butt. But I do it. I get that goat switched around, and I pull that sucker right out of Susie. And she's like, please get your hands out of me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but do you want this thing to live, or do you want him to do the opposite of live? So I pull it gently out, and this one survives too. And at this time, I get a little peek inside, and I see that there are 2 more. There are 2 more goats inside of Susie. And I'm still on the phone with Michelle, and she's like, all right, there's 2 out. And I'm saying, I think there's 2 more in there. She says, oh, wow, she's got quadruplets. Well, more likely than not, 2 of them are going to die anyway. It's just by the law of nature. It's almost guaranteed that one of them's going to die. And I'm like, wow. But why is that? And she says, well, giving birth is just difficult like that. A lot of them are just exposed to elements that they're not ready to be exposed to yet, and they may end up breaking something, just general in nature. So you don't have to worry too much about these last 2. I don't give a damn what she says. I am in here. I have gloves. I have hot towels. I am delivering the rest of these babies to the best of my ability, no matter what this B word says. So I get my hands in, I deliver the third one, I believe at this point. Its head is up, it's pretty eager to get out of there, and it's in a very healthy form. I would give its dive a 10 out of 10 if it was coming off of a diving board, because that bitch leapt into my hands. And the fourth, I'm sorry to say, did not end up making it, but I definitely tried my hardest. It was also going backwards. I grabbed its hind legs, gently tried to twist it around, and I did get it out pretty successfully. Didn't break anything. It was alive when it came out, but when I checked on it again at the end of the day, it was not. But anyways, I did get all four out. They were all laying there. Susie pooped out the rest of the stuff that was in her body, and she turned around and began coddling her kids, began licking the kids. I'm like, okay, Miss Michelle, they're all out. They're all alive. What should I do? And she says, Jesse, you gotta wipe them down. Fuck it. So I wiped the goats down. Get all the blood and other body fluids off of them. And then Michelle's like, wow, Jesse, I can't believe you got them all out alive. And I'm like, yeah, me either, since I'm untrained, not a veterinarian, and I have never even seen that body organ in my entire life. She says, Jesse, you did a good job. Now just get back to the rest of your chores. And then I did them all in one day because I was so anxious and energetic that I was able to get them all done in a day. I didn't even show up the next day. Kind of messed up, right? Man, I hated my life back then. Okay, that's the story of how I gave birth to 4 baby goats, one of which did not make it, but we're gonna forget about that. I did not name the kids. I really wish I did. That would have been dope. And I ended up working for that place for probably about another year and a half, a year and 8 months. Depressing, and I have more stories, some of which are even more exciting than that one. So, if you want to hear more goat stories, more goat farm stories, more sexy story times with Jesse, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, hit that bell. Fuck you. Love you guys. Bye-bye.